Figma UI UX design tutorial for beginners. Hello guys and welcome to today's video. For today's video, we will be talking about this design platform called Figma. If you're interested in UI and UX design but not sure where to start, look no further than Figma, a powerful and user-friendly design tool that can help you bring your ideas to life. In this tutorial, we'll go over the basics of Figma and how to use it to create beautiful and functional design. We'll cover topics such as creating a new project, using frames and shape to build your designs, and working with layers and group, and many more. We'll explore every single feature that we can see later on in the Figma. So whether you're a graphic designer, looking to expand your skills, or a beginner interested in UI and UX design, this tutorial is a great place to start. So, let's dive right in. Now the first thing you're going to have to do is of course go to Figma by typing in figma.com or searching Figma in your Google. Now over here, this is the homepage of Figma. What we're simply going to do is you're going to click on Get Started and you would be able to register and create an account for you to use in Figma, or you could use Google as well. Now after logging in or signing up, you would be able to redirect to this page over here, which is basically like a dashboard for Figma. As you can see here, we have a lot of features that we are going to check out. So we're going to check them out one by one. Over here on the left side, we can see that this is our profile over here. You could change it to community or your personal profile. You can see your recent projects over here. This is where you will be able to see all the different files that you have been working on. You could also view plans over here if you would like to upgrade to premium to access more features. As you can see, currently we are on the starter plan, which is free for trying things out. The usage limits is 3 files, 3 pages, and 1 projects, and the version history is 30 days only. For the professional, which is the most popular, it costs $12 per month for a design Figma and $3 for FigJam over here. You could upgrade your plan anytime you want, and as you can see, there is more usage limits. As you can see here, it's unlimited, and libraries are team-wide also, and there's custom files and user permissions and audio conversions. And for the organization versions over here, it is $45 per month and $5 per month for FigJam, and all of the different features are available over here. For the monthly, it's going to be a bit different. As you can see, there's going to be changes. For the monthly, it will be 15 for the professional and 5 for the FigJam. Now moving on, over here you would be able to see files that you have put into your favorites so that you would be able to access them later on. By doing this, clicking on the star, you would be able to add a favorite to your favorite file section over here. You could also remove this by clicking the star once again. Over here also, we can see that you have different themes. As you can see, my theme is free right now, and there's also theme project over here. You could add more theme by clicking on this button, and you could enter the theme name. For example, we're going to go with testing, just like that. You could click on create, and now over here you would be able to add team members. You're simply going to add their emails over here. Make sure that they are emails used in Figma, and after that you could finish setting up over here. As you can see, you would be able to choose from starter, upgrade to professional, and upgrade to organization over here. Now over here on our center, as you can see, we have a lot of things that we can see. Over here, we have new design file. You could design and create a new prototype. Basically, you would be able to create a new design with a blank canvas. You could also create a new FigJam file, which is a whiteboard and a diagram, which is good for creating flowcharts and many more. As you can see here, an example is the diagram basics over here, which is a basic flowchart. There's also daily sync template, team meeting propaganda, and user persona over here. You would be able to use FigJam for a lot of multiple things. You could also import files into your Figma. You could bring in files from other tools that are not related to Figma. As you can see here also, these are the different files that I have, and we're going to check out new designs over here. Simply going to click this and we would be redirected to this page over here, wherein you would be able to start creating your design. As you can see here on the left side and the right side, we have bars over here wherein you would be able to see your layers and assets depending on which page you are looking on. You could add more page by clicking on the add page over here. Right now we have no page yet, but as you can see, we are working on the page 1 because of the check. Over here on the right side, this is basically like the properties of the specific elements that you are going to edit. As you can see here, we have the background. We could change this to any color that you want. This is just the background, so this isn't what the color of your page would actually look like. There's also local styles over here like text, colors, effects, and grids. You could also export them over here by clicking on Export Untitled, and you could also preview them over here. And you could use and create a prototype by using this prototype section over here to simulate how your design would work out and how it would interact with each page. There's also inspect over here where you would be able to inspect the specific element, and you could use diagrams in Figma. So how do you add a design? As you can see, we are currently working on page 1, and over here we have different tools. So we have move and scale over here. You could use any of this, or you could just click on control to zoom in and out. Right now we're going to check that out later because we don't have anything, so we can't really show you how that works. So over here you could choose from frame, section, and slice over here. These are different tools, and in this section you would be able to add shapes and photos into your page. As you can see, for example, we're going to go with the rectangle. We're going to create our first page just like that. This is our page 1. This is what our page would look like. We could reshape it just like that. For example, we're going to have this as like that. And you could add any feature that you would like to have here. You could add different elements. For example, you would like to add a text. You're simply going to click this and add it over here. And then you would be able to add a text. For example, we're going to go with example trial Figma design. Just like that. And now we have this text over here. We can enlarge this by clicking on the sides. Just like that. You can enlarge the box. But to actually change the size of the font, you're going to select our text over here. And over here on the right side, like I said, this is the properties of the specific element. You can change the size by clicking here, change it to bigger, just like that. And we're going to adjust it to fit our page much better. Just like that. And then you could change your line height over here, the spacing, and the different paragraph formats over here. You could change the fonts also. We're going to change the color to red, just like that. And we have a color just like that. And now after that, we could move this around, and you could add more things. Like you could add more shapes if you would like. For example, we could add this. Put it over here, just like that. And we could change the size also. We could change the effects, the export, the strokes, and all of those other features that we have, depending on what you would like to do. Now you could add shapes, lines, arrows, anything you would like to add to your page. It will do it just like that. Depending on what you would like to add, you would be able to do them over here. You could also add eclipse, polygons, and whatever design that you would like to have. And you could arrange the layers over here by dragging them around. As you can see here, we could move layers on top of each other just like that. You could move the eclipse on top of that, and you would be able to have designs just like that. This is where you will be editing the layers. Now you could do polygon, star, and you could also add image and videos onto your page. Over here we have another tool. We have pen and pencil also. You could also add plugins, components, and widgets into your Figma. There's a lot of different plugins that you could use. For example, you could use figbet.so. You could run this. You could search them in your plugin by clicking this and search them over here so that you would be able to install. And in this section, you would be able to use this to export your code. There's also export kit over here and Figma to Webflow over here. You could use any plugin that you would like if you think they would be able to help you create designs for yourselves. As you can see here on the Figma to Webflow plugin, we could also use this to create our own designs automatically into our page. As you can see, this is a design added to our canvas by this specific plugin. As you can see, it helps you create an automatically design for your items. As you can see, you can simply move them around, make sure that it's the same size, but right now it's not the same size, so we're going to delete that. And you could also click on this, which would allow you to move around your canvas. You would be able to use prototype to simulate how your designs would interact, like changing pages or interacting with the different buttons. You could use that for the prototype. You could also use inspect, like I said earlier. Now you could also click on share over here, and you would be able to share your design to whomever you would be choosing. For example, you could add their emails over here, and you could also change what they could do, like can edit or can view over here. You could also copy link, get embedded code, or link the current selection over here. You could also publish this by clicking this, and you would be able to publish it to the community. You could also click on present over here, but you would need to have at least one frame. And you could also zoom in and out over here. You could zoom to fit just like that. And after doing that, if you would like to go back to your dashboard, you could click on back to files over here. There's also file settings over here, files, edit, view, object, text, arrange, and vector over here. You could do the plugins, widgets, references, and library. If you would like to have the app also, you could click on get desktop app over here, and you would be able to download Figma into your computer. And you wouldn't need to access the browser no longer because you would have the application on your computer, and you would be able to use it on your computer directly without having to access it on the browser. Now, what is the difference between the browser and the application? For the application, there are more features that you could use, and it's a bit easier to use it and less waiting time compared to the browser version. And that's it, guys. That's the basics on how to use Figma UI and UX Designer. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.